Is it Nick all along?
Dude, it's been Nick all along, dude.
Is Nick the only one who cannot be heard, or are we all deaf?
Should be in the keyword.
Audio's back. They got an audio thumbs up.
Is that Fred?
Yep.
Fred's not
Fred!
running somebody for music lessons.
Fred! How you doing, man?
No audio from Nick.
Oh no.
So it's here we go.
Here we go, dude. Fred, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hear who?
See? There we go.
You guys are saying no audio on YouTube, right?
Hey Ben.
I can hear Nick. Yeah.
Fred,
'Cause I hear all y'all here. So
Fred's running the show now.
I didn't want to get confused.
Take it away, Fred.
Yeah, take it away, Fred. I think Fred's the only one who could be heard, so take it away, Fred.
What, I can be heard on YouTube?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Across.
I'm doing my Zoom thing.
On the YouTubes. Okay. Wow.
Unmute your YouTube.
Isn't YouTube delayed from Zoom
It is
15 to 20 seconds?
a lot,
Well,
dude. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
he's not in Zoom. That's the way it is, you know.
Surprise, everyone. Today's episode is all about troubleshooting your audio.
This is a good lesson on what not to do.
Yeah, totally.
And
How many
speaking
radio
of,
amateurs can you get together and not get any audio
Dude,
working?
we have how many? 3? We have 9 people. We have 9 masterminds here, dude.
we have
And
the
we
Brady
can't
Bunch.
Yeah, we go like this and like,
We rub our brains together, we might get a fire started.
Greg, you're in the middle of my screen, dude. So you have to say hi to everyone.
Oh, you got to look at YouTube. That's what everybody else sees.
Whoa, Rick just transported.
Oh, look at all those radios.
I'll take the one on the right. I'll take the black one.
Hey, Bobby, I thought about you while at Disneyland, man. The whole staff over there rolls sick Motorola's, every single one of them.
Yeah, they
I was
do.
eyeballing them, and I was
Yep.
going to go swipe a couple. They were sweet.
You know, when I see him, I'm like NASCAR. If you look at all the you know, the guys downtown in the
1, 2,
pit,
3. That
taking
should be
all
coming
the,
in through Zoom now.
look at them. It's like
Or through
275. That
Tell me if my
50
audio's coming in,
cars
you guys.
on each hip, you know.
Hey, but they talk into him like this, dude.
You're
Yeah. All clear?
Oh,
Oh,
Jim.
clear.
you're on I can
Jim
hear
on
you
YouTube says, all right, yeah, we're good. We're back on, guys. So Jim Dale said that he wants a refund, and you can have it. It's in the mail, absolutely right now. We're sending
said
it.
that?
We're sending it back.
You know what? We don't give any refunds, but we will give you 10 like coupons for 10 free
That
shows,
was a
man.
that was a communist comment, dude. Refund.
What
Can we
along-
blame
along with
Jason
the-
because he's at the dinner table?
You know the
I
song.
think that's a good
Nothing from
excuse,
Nothing?
you know?
Right. So for those of you that are either just joining us or couldn't hear me because my microphone wasn't connected, well, it was physically connected, but on the computer, it had reset itself after a Windows update. Thank you very much, Windows. And so now we're back. Welcome to the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We don't have any digital connections or RF connections tonight because we've got some issues in the background that we're working on. I'm really excited to see that Ham Radio TV Jason is at dinner right now. He's probably playing this for everybody in his family to see right now, which is just fantastic. But nonetheless, the show must go on. We want to give everybody a chance to talk, so we opened up Zoom early. We posted a link in there. I'm gonna post it again. If anybody wants to jump in on Zoom and just be part of the conversation, you're welcome. A couple little things that we were going to go over tonight. And the first one that I wanted to start off with and give Bobby Lee the floor was just to talk a little bit about some new digital connections that he's got going on, and to give us a little insight on what that means for us and what we can do with it. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Bobby Lee if you want to take the floor and tell us a little bit about your Bobby's Bay Area reflector.
Yeah, right on, right on. You know, it's been interesting. I started off with my Node and had no idea that anybody would have an interest in using it. And, all of a sudden, small handful of guys start using my Node. Next thing you know, the repeater comes in. I just thought, well, if people are using the Node, benefited the repeater. From the difference between the nodes, pretty significant. So why not? Jumped into that pool. Had a lot of fun experimenting. And next thing you know, sorry, someone came in through the reflector and I realized that we're not hooked up. But anyway, next thing you know,
Squirrel.
I've got a group of friends that gain interest. I watched this Cocoa Fusion thing grow from one simple node all the way over to 1 repeater, 2 repeater, 3 repeaters, all the way up to I think we had 5 repeaters altogether and then a reflector. So 6 months of Cocoa Fusion just kind of growing and just having fun going through it. you know, some of those that I had invited, you know, that were big players in it, we kind of came to different viewpoints on what it is that we desire out of our digital connections. And you know, I'm very much supportive of, you know, the 2MC, the level of experimenting and all the new realms that bring us hams together. So, you know, you know, sometimes we have old habits that we can't break, and we want to have a certain digital realm a certain way. Then, hey, you know, I respect anybody that chooses whatever tickles their fancy in this hobby, because that's truly the heart of it and what it's all about. And that being said, you know, we came to a paradigm shift to where I decided, you know, that I was going to take what I've learned so far with Cocoa Fusion, let my friend Tim play with Cocoa Fusion on his level and do whatever he's going to do, because he does have that repeater up on Mount Diablo, and that's pretty significant. So, you know, I went ahead and Tim helped me. Well, Tim really did it himself. I shouldn't say he helped me. Change 80280 Cocoa Fusion to 43944. And he asked me on a split what he wanted me to name it. And I didn't know what the hell to name it. So, you know, I thought about, I couldn't be Bobby's Bay Area Fusion, because I'm inviting more than just fusion. I'm inviting, the doors open to all. And so I decided to call it Bobby's Bay Area Multi-Mode. So it's a little bit extended, a little long, but it's a reflector out there that is hooked up to my repeater here locally in Concord. And I will have others join me. You know, it's also Chris's repeater, N6CMB, is being hosted at my friend Ben's house, K6 LLB. And so we've got those going for us, you know. Then we're going to grow it a little bit, or maybe take Chris's repeater and put it somewhere else. But at the end of the day, it's there for everybody to use. Don't care what you're coming in on. I just want to hear you. And even if you don't even have the best quality, I might try to help you adjust your gain or try to figure out where we could get to a happy medium. But I really just want to meet a lot of people that are interested in the digital modes. I've been intrigued and inspired by the 2MC and Northwest Ham Shack. Even Ham Radio TV, you know, has been a big inspiration to me, you know. So these guys have all been people that have been very warm and welcoming to others. And, you know, that's really what I wanted mine to be about. And that's where Bobby's Bay Area Multi-Mode came from. Just kind of grew out of having a lot of fun building Cocoa Fusion and playing with that for about a half a year. And, you know, being around people that inspire and intrigue you, I definitely wanted to go a different route that was really just going to complement the direction that I favor. And it's things like this, hooking up with you guys. I mean, tonight we're not, of course. We've got some technical issues to work out, but that's just the nature of ham radio. You know, being able to be here with a great group of people and having them come, even if it's just one day a week. The reflector's up, which means that, you know, if you guys, anybody gets bored and they just want to say hi, you know, the reflector's there to do it. And it doesn't matter if you're on DMR, C4 Fusion, wherever you decide to come through, you should be able to get in. And so that being said, thanks for letting me throw a little piece out there about the reflector. It was very interesting today. All of a sudden I hear this guy at KD6, the IOW, call, and he's just blown away that he sees the KD6 call himself, being the old school calls. And he goes, "Is this the Bobby Bay Area, blah, blah, blah?" And, you know, and I look at my radio, I'm like, what the hell is this? And lo and behold, I get up and it's this guy in SoCal driving his semi. And he says, "Dude, I saw your reflector name and my name's Bobby." So I thought I would check in. And
That's awesome.
I just thought that was so cool, you know, and you know, I know I'll look forward to hearing from him again. You know, he's on the road all the time. He's always looking for someone to talk to, and he's got his stuff set up in his semi. Very cool, very unexpected for me. Someone just popped in out of the blue that I don't know, that was excited, and he just saw the name, and he said the name grabbed him in, and I thought that was kind of bitching. So, you know, anybody's welcome. Come say hi. I mean, I monitor usually 98% of the time. If I can't come back and say hello, it's just because I'm working. You know, I take care of my mom full time. But other than that, I built this for everybody to use and have fun, and be able to connect wherever you're at. So get in where you fit in. And thanks to, you know, people like you, Nick, and everybody else in the room, 2MC, you know, Northwest Ham Shack, Ham Radio TV, all the people that really like to connect with people. That's the kind of people I like to be with. So that's me, Bobby Lee, KD6 KWV.
Bobby, you got a fan right here. Hold on.
Yeah, Bobby.
Check it out.
Check it out, man.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
I don't read good.
Hi, Molly.
I like that. I like
Hi,
that
Bobby
outro
Lee.
too. That's me, Bobby Lee, KW6 KWV. You're a poet and didn't know it, brother.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby. Thanks for sharing that, and I posted that in the comments. And for those of you that didn't see it, that is YSF Reflector 43944. Jump in, say hi, maybe meet some new people, and definitely some interesting conversation going on there. And then I wanted to move on to introduce to you a new some new help in the coordination efforts. We've got Servando. You're so distracting. He's so
Dude.
distracting.
Dude, I was giving him a proper intro, dude. I was like, and we don't even know if he's going to help yet. It's still
Yeah.
to be determined.
Oh yeah, we still feel that way about a lot of people.
All right, I'm leaving.
No, but Jim's came on a couple of times and said hi to us, and definitely full of enthusiasm, getting back into the hobby. He's had his license for quite a while. I'll let him jump in and say hi. Just a little introduction. You'll be seeing more of this cat, and we appreciate you coming in, Jim. Over to you.
Thanks, Nick. So this is Jim K6XWX. For a while longer, I've requested to have my original issued call sign given back to me. So, you know, the FCC is busy working on changing, you know, the characters. It's been weeks. Anyway, I'm out of Antioch, California. I'm kind of a 2-meter guy only, pretty much, right now. And so I do have an HF rig, but got to get some HF antennas up. So eventually I'll get on the HF stuff and have a lot of fun with that. Spent 8 years in the Navy, long ago, literally a lifetime ago. And I'm currently the supervisor of IT business resiliency for UC Davis Medical Center. And I also is the assistant emergency manager for the medical center.
Right on.
Awesome.
That's about it.
Well, cool, man. I definitely appreciate you coming on. We can always use the help, and it's fun to see people get excited about the hobby. Before I forget, I just thought about this. You know, last week was the YouTubers Ham Fest, and I don't know those of you that may have gotten an opportunity to see some of the videos, but to my understanding, they're all still up, and you can go watch them. There's actually a link that that Jason from Ham Radio TV posted in our Discord, and you can pull that up and just watch all of them in succession. It'll take you 3 solid days, but it's a ton of good information. I mean, it was so much fun. I watched quite a few of the videos. Jason actually had one on grounding that was really good, and then also another one on an antenna that has yet to come out, but should be premiering here pretty soon. There was some great ones. There was some live activations of soda peaks, of soda summits, and just a whole lot of fun. But if you get a chance, go out there and support all the other people on YouTube and check that out. It's definitely worth giving it a look. Yeah, and so another thing that I wanted to move to was Servando. So Servando is really active in our Discord group, and he posts a lot of cool pictures, and he does all of these really amazing things. And I wanted to give him the floor for a minute just to tell us a little bit about maybe speak a little bit to Pota and kind of what you're doing, or you know, I'm just going to kick him out of the Zoom right now. I think that's probably the best way to go about this, right? But no, I mean, he's doing a ton of stuff, fairly new ham, and just getting out there and getting after it. So I appreciate the enthusiasm, Servando, and the floor is yours, man. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on, buddy.
Thanks, man. Hey, so we're not on the radio right now, are we?
We are not. No.
Okay, so no call sign.
No, I mean, you can say if it feels right,
Do it,
just
man.
do
Do
it.
it.
If it feels right, just do it.
Hey, so K6 SRB.
I'll turn it a little bit.
Yeah. So so I've been enjoying Pota lately. Well, I should say I've been enjoying HF a lot lately. I got my so someone in here, I forgot who it was, let me borrow his FT891. Who was it? It was Aaron. Aaron let me borrow his FT891, and that was it, dude. I needed to get one. It was awesome. And I got the radio, got a little antenna going, and it's just, dude, it's so addicting. Just like tweaking the antenna and then getting yourself out there, and then it's just too much fun, man. And then you start plotting like where you've been or how far you've hit and how well you can hear someone and how well they can hear you. And then you start realizing, like, I hear you 5'9" and you hear me 3'3". Like, what the hell's going on? What am I doing wrong? So it's pretty fun. And then I got into Pota because I tried Soda, and then I found out you can only do one summit a year, and I thought that was like not family friendly, dude. Because
you can only do the same summit once per year.
Yeah.
You can do multiple summits. Yeah, you can only do the same one, right?
Yeah. And so I was like, and so I tried Pota, and dude, Pota's, I'm hooked. I do a park every Friday after work because I work in San Jose. So I hit up I hit up Mount Diablo, I hit up Del Val, and now like on the weekends it's a family thing now, dude. Like we go out, we go buy our sandwiches, throw them in the fridge in the truck, and we hit up the park. I have my lady pick the park. She's like, hey, this one looks cool. And we go to it and set up the radio, activate it. Once I activate it, we have our little picnic and we go walk around, man, and enjoy the park. And it's been really cool, man. I've really enjoyed it a lot. And I've been like tweaking the same antenna. I got a Wolf River coil antenna, and it's been like morphing, man. I've been adding radials to it. I've been experimenting with like different ways of attaching the radios and like the whip length, and now I got an antenna analyzer. So now I'm analyzing everything, even stuff that's not supposed to be analyzed. I'm trying to analyze everything, dude. And it's been really fun, man. And this is all after my FT3D died on me. It was my single way of getting on the digital mode. And once that thing died, I was like, I need to get something. And then I got the dark side, dude. The dark side that is HF got a hold of me. So I've been there ever since, man.
Everybody thinks DX stands for distance. It's dark side.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. And yeah, that's it, dude.
That's awesome, man. That's super cool. For those of you that aren't in our Discord, we'll get a link posted in there in just a few minutes in the YouTube chat. A lot of fun to go in and see the pictures and see what everybody's doing. Speaking of what everybody's doing, Aaron was gone for a little bit there. You went on a trip.
There.
What's where'd you go?
Yeah, well, it wasn't to play radio, let's put it that way, or Pota or Soda. I went from the weekend before trying this Herculean effort to climb Mount Shasta to the happiest place on earth, and I can't get It's a Small World out of my head, and probably the dolls from 1968 that have not been changed, and they are super creepy. I was just telling Bobby Lee that the first thing I noticed when I was trying to get my kids this tickets for the day early that we got there, I noticed all the people rolling around with their very cool Motorola's and earpieces, which if I wasn't a ham, I wouldn't have noticed that, but they have a lot of nice radios at Disneyland, the help walking around and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I pulled the plug. We went to Disneyland. It was something that I've been trying to avoid for a very long time, but my boys 8 and 10, it was time. They enjoyed it. They went with their friends, but I still can't figure out how you can wait in the line for that long. And it was only at 35% capacity. So that is what I've been up to. It hasn't been Soda or Pota like Servando. I've been living vicariously through his HF activities. And I did get this from Servando the other day. One of my best connections on 40 meters. Yeah, was it 40? Yeah, we hit 40 about a month ago, which was really fun. But not a lot going on here, guys. Just a lot of work and radio when I can. I got my digital connection set up on the Bobby Lee Designs Bay Area reflector, so I'm stoked about that. And everything's going well. Just keeping busy, staying out of trouble. It's good to see all your smiling faces. And again, apologize for the lack of digital connections, but this would not be the anti-net without any of these issues. And again, and I've said this a million times when I've hosted, some of the best anti-nets are the ones where things implode and where it's a shit show. And I can say that because we're not on the air. And I don't have to ID, but I will. This is W6AEF, and I'll turn it back to you, Nick, the anti-net coordinator for the evening.
Thanks, Aaron. This is you know, it's funny, Servando, I want to say my call sign too. This is Nick, KN6DAL.
See what I mean, dude?
I know.
I introduce myself that way now, dude.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter where you go.
Dude, I will.
Like in the grocery store line, like
yeah,
you just, hey, this...
dude, yeah, yep. The little surveys.
But
and
hey,
stuff
on a different, if we don't get to this subject, if I know Mr. Carmichael, Mr. Lane is here from Carmichael, I would be interested for anybody that attended the swap meet, if they got any new hot items, recycled items from the Carmichael swap meet. I heard it was a good event. So.
Thanks for the invite. That's cool.
Yeah, tell us about that, Michael. How did it go?
It was all right. I got there about 6:45 that morning, and found Bobby Lee and Ben setting up shop already. Had a bunch of stuff they were selling, and great to see them. See Ben face to face first time, and saw Bobby Lee a few months back while making a stop in Concord. There's a place at him and Sandy hanging around called Vinny's Bar and Grill. Of course, it was September. Things were open there. They didn't care about masks, which is kind of nice. Anyway, that was September, but it's good to see Bobby Lee again and Ben, of course. And then did find some stuff. Ran into Fred and his son for a short bit, and they had to race back down. A few other folks, like a friend of me and my wife's was there. His name is Jeff. His wife and my wife, Linda, are good friends going back many years. And ran into my good friend Gary Philham, KI6IGF from my club. And then ran to Al from Farrell, K6AII, and ran to another fellow who does our 85 meter nets, our K6 ROB, and a few other folks. See some face to face. It was great. I did get some parts.
Right on, man. All right, so I think I got through most of my list of things that I was curious about. Like a couple of people had alluded to, we've got some work to do on some of our digital connections, and yeah. So with that, let's move on and see who we got in the chat here. We got Justin. How are you doing today, Justin? What have you been up to?
Working, man. You know, that's the name of the game right now. Things are opening up, and well, that means work's all back. So. It's good though, because doing stuff's a good thing. But nothing is better than getting on the radio and hanging out with your folks and making contacts, right? Like, it's all good.
That's right.
Justin, show the basket. We got to see the basket. You have the basket?
I still think he's at public storage.
If you guys remember, one of the anti-net topics to win Servando's refurbished, now baby toy FT3D was the coax challenge, the wire basket challenge, the ham radio wire basket challenge, and Justin, without a doubt, won the challenge. And if you're in Discord, there's a picture of the basket close up, but that is it. You know, I don't know, what did you use for that, Justin?
This is grounding strap.
Justin, and they said underwater basket weaving wasn't going to come in handy.
Hey, ham radio basket weaving, you know it. Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, check it out, dude. This thing took a crap on me now. So if Yasu can't fix it, you think you can open this sucker up?
Your 400?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. What happened with that? What's wrong?
Dude, I don't know what happened, but like on 2 meter, super scratchy. I can't get out. It's almost like I have like no power. I've yet to put anything on there, but I tested on a bunch of antennas and stuff. But the 440, 70 centimeter side, perfect.
I think Servando just loves to destroy Yaesu
Dude,
specifically.
dude, I'm switching to Icom, dude, or Motorola.
Oh, speaking of
FTM 400.
ICOM, hey Aaron, didn't you get yourself a 5100 as well for the house? How's that thing running?
Yeah,
Did you get it?
I got the 5100. Yeah, I really like it. It's a great little rig. Yeah.
5100, isn't that the all mode, all everything?
No,
What is
that's a
that?
No, this is
7100.
the
That's
2
a
meters.
71
Yeah.
or something. This is the 2 meter 70 centimeter and D Star. I'm looking at that though. I'm totally looking at that one. Justin's got that one in his truck, in his Lobo. How's that thing working out for you, dude?
That's what it was purchased for, but it is now the shack rig until I do something different here because digital modes and some of the stuff I wanted to play with, I needed that. So it's in the shack, but it's going back in the truck once I put the HF antenna on. So the truck will get that. We got the 5100. That's the way to go. But you know, the 7250 from Yaesu is a nice little rig, just like the it's got the same menus as the FT70. So once you kind of know one,
It's awesome.
you got
dude.
the other. It's a nice little setup.
Dude, that thing's a workhorse.
Yeah.
Hey,
Do you have an FT70, Servando?
No, I do not. I
No?
have a 7250 though.
Okay.
It's now, it took the place of this 400.
Jason mentioned in the chat that, you know, if a radio breaks, it's kind of a, you know, it's a sad deal and you got to get it fixed and stuff. But if two radios break, like one right after each other, might be time to, you know, look at yourself. What's going on?
I just need to get radios that can keep up. That's all.
They can't handle.
Yeah.
They can't handle me. That's the problem.
Hey, dude, the FT 891, dude, goes wherever I go. It handles it all, dude. That thing's a beast. Hey,
Dude, I've got an Alinco going back to. I got an RMA on my Alinco too. I've broken.
Oh, that's
pretty
right.
much. I've broken a lot of radios. Good at that stuff.
He's almost burned down his house with all the digital stuff he's killed in his garage.
No, you know what? The surfboard, that really scared me because that thing was hooked up and like my internet completely went out. I bought like I replaced my internet, hub. And I went into the back room where it usually sits because the internet went down and the plastic was soft on it, dude. It was starting to cave in and melt. I was like trying to unplug the unplug the coax on it, and it was too hot to touch. I actually got an RMA on that thing too, and they apologized like profusely on that, and it should not have done that. But that's why I'm having problems with my YSF now because all my pinholes through my firewall all have to be reset up again. All that stuff has to be redone.
What about you, Fred? I always hear you calling on 2 meters. Always.
Flex Commander right
all
there.
the time.
All the time. That's it. All the time.
Yep. W1 FRD.
There's Callum's the DX commander, but W1 FRD, I hear him all the time.
Yeah, W1 FRD is the 2 meter commander.
He's the
Okay,
simplex commander, dude.
So I was on sideband today. Did you guys hear me on sideband?
No.
2 meter sideband? I'm not that cool, man. I wish I was. I wish I had a rig that would do that.
Yeah, that's what I got at the swap meet was a M2 2 meter HO loop antennas, an array of them, 2 of them with the phasing cable. And I just got to get that up in the air so it'll work. Trying to go for 8 wavelengths. That'd be the best. That's 27 feet. Anyways, yeah, my son, it was interesting. My son wanted to go to the swap meet. He actually got up way early in the morning, earlier than he ever does, and got out the door and had a good time. So I don't know what, he hasn't programmed his FT70 yet, but he was interested in going to the swap meet, meeting some people he hears on the radio and talks to in the car.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Hey Fred, you're. It looks like you might be on your phone, so I don't know if you can see YouTube. But Chuck from Ham Radio Adventure says hi, Fred.
Yeah, I've gotten Chuck on the Simplex before. So yeah.
Yeah,
Hi there, Chuck.
someone else said that you don't call, that you yell and you sing on Simplex.
You sing on
What's that
Simplex.
Yeah, that's true.
about? See what I mean, Fred? You got people in the chat.
Yeah, well, why don't they pick up their mic and answer back?
Dude, I hear you. I hear you on the radio, and it's like W1FRD. You know, you got this one roll that you always do. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm driving down the freeway. No one's answering me. I'm like, oh, Simplex must not work on even days. Prove me wrong. Oh, Simplex doesn't work on Thursday. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything to, I don't know, pique someone's interest.
Yeah, and then every time I hear you, you're like, "Oh, I'm at the drive-thru," or "Oh, I'm dropping off I'm doing this," or "I'm on my way here," or "I'm waiting in the car on the hill," and I'm like, "Dang, he's always on the radio. That's awesome."
Hey, KJ6DLF says he calls you back, Fred. Sometimes you can talk, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, that's true. There's a bunch of people that are regulars. How about that? They're just not always on the radio. So hopefully I get that Simplex, that single sideband antenna up in the air and see if I can reach some people on that.
Nice.
I am a little disappointed I didn't get to go up and see that swap meet. I was looking forward to it, but I prefer staying married, and it was my wife's birthday this weekend, so I took her out for the weekend in Sacramento.
The question, Greg, is, I'm asking, how's your wife feel about ham radio in your life?
She doesn't mind it. You know, it's one of the hobbies actually that, you know, she's really down with me, and I love that about her. We've been married since like 2005 now, together since like 2002 or one. This is the only hobby that I have that she goes, I'm not doing that. My other hobbies like fishing or shooting, she goes, I'm about it. You know, and she's got her own fishing poles. She's got her own pistol. She doesn't want a radio. She wanted nothing to do with this. She actually even said, hey, babe, you know, I'll get a call sign if you want. And I love her to death and said, you know, babe, you don't need to do it. She obviously is not into it, but that's all right. She supports me.
That's an important thing. And I know that was really cool that when I was at the swap meet, my wife Linda called over there, hey, Mike, can I come over and meet up with Bobby Lee and Ben? I said, sure. And she came over and met with Bobby Lee and Ben.
Well, I had the pleasure of meeting Mike's wife too.
That's right. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great.
WG5 EEK had like a little going away lunch. There was a bunch of folks that we saw. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, Mike and his wife came out from Carmichael. It was awesome to see you face to face, albeit I know exactly what you look like, and I absolutely recognized you when I got in there. But it was cool to just sit there and eat lunch and take off the mask and not call. Actually, let me do a call, W6AEFRID. You know, like just to not even do any calls or anything like that. It was nice. It was just really nice to hang out.
It was great. Yeah, Amanda and Linda hit it off pretty well, and Lindstrinker had a touch base with Amanda. Hey, by the way, how's Mike and Amanda and their family doing? Are you there now?
Actually, you know what? If anybody's interested in watching his stroll to Arkansas, you go look him up on aprs.fi.
Okay.
Just go look up.
Don't mind if I do.
W6GE. Actually, I don't think he's broadcasted today, but I watched him cruise down California yesterday.
It's not.
I'd be like, oh, dude, you're almost in Bakersfield. And then say good. I think he's hanging out with Brandon. We all know Brandon. I forgot his call off the top of my head. His buddy out there. But he'll be cruising through Arizona and Texas and Arkansas for the next couple days. So go look him up. Try to send him something over on APRS. See if we can get it to him.
Yeah, it was great to see you guys and great to see Mike and his wife before they headed out.
Yeah. It was a cool little thing.
It was awesome. It was worth it. Well, this worked out well. It was one of my rare Fridays off, so the timing was perfect. So I can complain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and again, it was great to see Bobby. Yeah, go ahead.
I know that I'm up at the crack of dawn these days, and I don't know if I hear you guys so much on the radio. Maybe we should all, because I know I'm up at like usually 5:30 in the morning. My radio's on.
About the 4 o'clock hour, I crank up my radio to POUs. I head off to warehouse and yard over in Notoma. So I'm usually maybe less than a half hour I'm on the road before I head off to work and start my day.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah. And
Some guys
sometimes
are on
they don't-
POU. Maybe I'll just go start talking on POU in the morning. I should,
Yeah,
I should probably do it because
right now
I'm up.
Right now, you could cash me between 4 and 5 right now, give or take a little bit on POU right now. And like I said,
I'm
sometimes the
usually getting my
donkeys.
coffee on then.
There you go. Sometimes in donkeys up. In fact, this morning I talked to Gary, BOH. I guess he's taking Amtrak to Klamath Falls, taking a bus to another town to pick up his new to him pickup truck.
Is that the Colonel? The Colonel?
The Colonel, yeah.
HOK?
Colonel. HOK, yeah. HOK, thanks. Yeah.
Wow. He's taking Amtrak to pick up a truck. That's cool.
And well, he's good. He said,
Oh, there you go.
Klamath Falls, and then I'll take a bus from Klamath Falls to another town. I forgot exactly where. A 3-hour drive, 3-hour bus ride. Then
That's in the sticks right there in Southern
Well, that's
Oregon.
right.
Yeah,
He's
so you
going to
get up, yeah.
Medford.
No, that's in the
yeah,
sticks.
Medford. That's right. Yeah, thank you.
No offense. Good mountain biking up there.
Medford,
But,
Medford's a really nice area. I
It's got a
like
great
Medford
Costco.
area.
They do got a great Costco.
The wall-
I've been there before.
They've got a super Walmart.
Yeah,
It's the only Costco I've been to where they have like a crap ton of guns, dude. There's shit tons of them over there.
Oh, they're taking. Oh, okay.
I think you could like walk away with them at Medford if you're an Oregon
Oh, okay.
person too.
So the screen that I'm sharing here is Mike's APRS for the last 24 hours. So it looks like he left home, made his way down to Southern California, and decided he was going to hang his hat there for a little bit. And he's got quite a ways to go. He's driving all the way to Arkansas, up
Probably
into the
take I-40 pretty soon.
up into
Yeah,
the
West
northern
Arkansas.
area here.
Yeah, I-40.
So
He'll be in Fayetteville, dude. Yeah, right there.
yeah,
Right by
Okay.
the
Yeah, I see
by the
it.
border there.
he's going to be right in here. Yep.
That and three big rigs with all their stuff. That's a long haul, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, we'll be
I
sure.
think all their stuff made it before them. It is him and his wife caravanning though in 2 cars
Mhm.
on GMRS, and
We'll revisit this
wish him all the
next
luck,
week
man.
and see how everything's going. I know Mike's going to be off of the Anti-Net for the next few weeks, possibly closer to a month, but he will be back. So anyone that knows him, just send your best wishes for a safe journey for him and his family. Yeah, they're all really enthusiastic about this move, so it should go pretty good.
Mhm.
Hey Nick, while you switch gears,
thanks, Jay.
K7 CBL has updated the 2metercrew.net. So he's added a couple of things out there. If you haven't gone and checked it out, how to connect with us on Discord, the Anti-Net, but also added some things around HF propagation. A really fun thing about how to check people's license around you by zip code and some fun stuff out there, contests and things like that. So we're continuing to update that and all the various ways to connect with us on 2metercrew.net. Shameless plug for some of the updates Connor's been doing.
Good for him.
Yeah. He keeps us honest. That's for sure.
That's just till he's 18.
I think he's almost 18. I think he's getting close.
He's getting
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, did he just graduate?
He just
Yeah.
he just graduated.
Hi, Molly.
Hi, Molly. So I got a new toy to yesterday. I'll show
let's
it.
hear about that.
I want to see
Um,
the overhead cam, Nick. You know, the one that comes down.
I
The
have one, but
overhead?
I don't have it hooked up right now. But I picked this up, a Elecraft KX2. I decided on this radio for a couple of reasons. I had been talking with a friend in Discord about some pros and cons of some different radios that I was looking at in terms of SOTA activations and being lightweight for hiking. Just a couple of different features. I was leaning towards the ICOM 705 for a little while and then kind of stepped back from that if anybody wants to know details on what my opinions were on that, you're welcome to jump on Zoom and we can hash that out. But that's what I ended up going with, and I couldn't be happier. I really like it. It seems to function really well. The receive on it, the first thing that I noticed was the receive quality on it is just absolutely phenomenal. It's by far the best receive radio that I've ever heard. Like, I can hear stations very clearly that I don't even pick up on other radios, and so I'm really stoked about that. It only puts out 10 to 12 watts of power, so it is definitely a QRP radio. But it'll be exciting to get it out in the field and see what happens, and do some tests, try some different antennas. But super small, super compact, and really excited about it.
Hey Nick, does it have any of the the digital processing, filtering, and stuff like that? To get to dial in some of those weak signals, or to the clarity of the transmission.
Yes, it does. It has kind of similar to the digital noise reduction that Yaesu has. Yaesu's is probably a little bit more advanced than the Elecraft is, but and then it's got all your noise blockers and different filtering on it, and then it's got you can do all of your gain adjustments and all of those things. It works really well, and I'm still just like barely working through the menus on everything because I just picked it up yesterday. So
you just wonder where they put all that stuff. Like in the 891, it's got some really good filtering and processing and stuff, but it's all menu driven. Like I'm trying to work really fast and push buttons and turn knobs, and it's not a base station where some of that stuff's on the front where you just push a button or turn a knob. You get efficient, but I just wonder in some of these like smaller rigs, like where they put all that stuff and kind of how to get to it. So I figured it was in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprisingly there's quite a bit of room when you open up the back of this radio. There's a spot. It doesn't have an internal battery yet, but I do have some plans for an internal battery for it, because that just makes it kind of an all-in-one. Like, you can literally run this thing like an HT. It's got a built-in microphone and speaker, so you can you don't even have to take any accessories other than just an antenna and power. And you can be activating. So pretty feature rich, and it seems to function well so far, but we'll know once we get it up on a mountaintop how it performs. Jason said it's a nice radio to receive only on it, and that's because of the power output. But yeah, the solar cycle's changing, propagation's getting better. I was able to transmit at 10 watts, and I could hear my own audio on the FS or the KFS Web SDR in Half Moon Bay, California, on 20 meters, and really, really faintly right at the noise floor on 40 meters today. And so, with a little luck, I think it'll work okay.
Hey Nick, was that the KX2 or the KX3?
The KX2.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going for size. I really wanted the smallest, lightest thing that I could get. I was using the G90 for a while, and that's a very capable radio, but it's got nothing on this audio quality wise, receive capability. Here's another example, like just the way this radio receives. I get, when I hook up my G90 mobile, I get a lot of static background noise, all kinds of different issues, and I get none of that with this Elecraft. When I was driving to work today, it sounded phenomenal. So yeah, I'll just keep testing it, and if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to try to answer them once I learn more.
I'm waiting for what you come up with, the 3D printer as accessories to that potentially. Add that to the list.
I already printed one. So this radio, I also got the it's called the AX1 multi-band vertical, and if you want to see a good video on this, Josh from Ham Radio Crash Course did a review on this several years ago. But this antenna, that does 20 meter and 17 meters, and then with the internal tuner you can tune it on most bands, and then it's just got a
little
small
thing.
whip. Yep, and it's got a dual coil right there, and then it just basically mounts to the radio in whatever orientation you want, whether that be straight off of it, ran like an HT, or if you want to run it off of the side and run a elbow. And then the first thing that I did 3D print for it was a stand for that, so I can put the base in a stand, and that way it supports it on the BNC, so it doesn't rock back and forth, and it just sits up on its own. But yeah, I'm constantly printing
Very
stuff on the
cool.
3D printer. Like I could go on for days about all the different cool things that you can 3D print. Like Connor the other day asked me if I could print this case, and it's just as simple as, you know, he gives you the file. You literally, it takes me 3 clicks and it's printing. It's definitely a cool toy to have for designing things.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. Now, do you got to connect radials to that thing, like that little antenna like that?
That one, it recommends a 13-foot counterpoise.
Got it.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think that's not the most effective antenna by any means. You know,
Well, I
way
got
better
this
off.
little guy right here that
What is it?
with a little 90 degree bender for the 891.
Take it
just
out of
to
the
make it a bit
package.
more. It's what is it? It goes to 80, I think, 10 to 80. Oh no, I haven't used it yet. So it's this piece of it
Oh yeah.
with the little 90-degree angle, and you've got the little pin for all the different bands.
Yeah, I got
This, yeah,
Do
this
you have
piece
that
is
one,
for 80.
Fred?
Yeah, but I got the earliest model. You know, it's Dad's QRP kit, but it's the
Okay.
one that's modeled after.
What brand is that,
Yeah, and
Aaron?
you can buy, it's a Comet, and this is like a 12-foot whip. I think you can buy MFJ makes a 17-foot whip. You can pop on it, but I haven't played around with it too much, just to figure out to get the SWR down to where it needs to be to work. I haven't had time to mess with it, but same concept, no wires. You just put it on the radio and just kind of go. It's just small form factor.
Yeah, and you don't need I mean, I could run that antenna and not put a counterpoise wire on it, a ground radial, and it would work. But it's definitely going to tune better, and it's going to work better if you do. And I think the same would go for that, if I'm not mistaken. But you don't.
Yeah,
have
this
to.
recommends one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
What's the
recommends
model?
it, and they've got different. This is the Comet HFJ-350 mic, and it's 80. Well, 21. Let's see, 3.5, 7, 10, 14, 18, 21, 24, 28, 50. Yeah. That's what it looks like. I gotta mess with it now.
Yeah,
Go
the
ahead,
one I have is branded ATX 100 or something like that. Yeah, I have to, you know, as far as tuning that thing, you put the radial on it, then you're adjusting the telescoping antenna height.
And then if you have like a rig expert or something like that, you know, it connects onto the radio, so you can't like hold it unless you have one of Nick's 3D printed things to have it sitting there right next to you with the tester on it to figure out or you could spray some of the SWR lube on that I got for April Fool's Day to help with the SWR.
That's what I do.
Spray it with lube, yeah.
Mine's
exactly.
actually a bucket with a brush. Mine's a brush on. It's not. I think it works better.
I got it in like a stick form so that I could just solder it onto my antennas.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. So, anything else new with anybody?
All right. So, sorry, Rick. Nick made you wait in the chat for so long.
I wasn't even watching.
You can beat him up later.
Servando. That was the best way to get a hold of me. That's hilarious.
You know? It's really an
I'm waiting in the
chat. You can't even join it.
I recently got a new antenna.
Oh, what did you get?
I got a couple weeks ago, I got a Wolf River coil that I've got hooked up. Actually, I got a couple good ideas from our buddy Vondo here. in regards to actually, I think that this is awesome, and we should definitely mention this in terms of radials for some of these things for portable. I put it in a chalk box. You know, bought like a you know, something for like a, you know, cutting straight lines with chalk
String line.
out at Lowe's. Yeah, yeah. And just took that out, put the wire in it, and then dry lube. Actually, that kind of reminded me of it with the SWR lube. Putting some of that on it was rather key, but it makes it incredibly easy to like deploy and just wind up, you know, 30-foot radials and stuff like that, and you know, deploy them and throw them back into the car when you're done. That stuff is
Servando's on version
good stuff.
2, KIE. He's on version 2. We went from like chalk boxes to like quick disconnects. Is that what you're holding, Servando?
No, this
Yeah,
is
it's
some
got some
random
bananas
antenna.
now.
No, I got banana plugs, dude. I got banana plugs, and then I got the chalk boxes. I'm trying out some. They sell chalk box replacement string lines. They come on these really trick, badass little plastic little, you know, probably made in a sweatshop somewhere things. Dude, it's only $1.56 for that replacement string line. So I chuck the string line, just cut it out, and I just use the plastic thing. And it's like a poor man's fucking chameleon like wind up thing. Like, hold on.
You know what, Nick? You could probably print those things, dude. Right?
Do you know how
Hey.
like chameleon gives you like this super trick like winder upper thing?
Oh yeah.
You can basically get the same thing, just smaller for $1.53 in the hardware section at Home Depot. So I figured that out, and then I use that for my 20-meter radials, and I just
Banana plugs at the end.
Yeah, and then banana plugs at the end. So I keep the base of the coil. I keep the these short little stubby radials with 3/8 eyelets, and I keep them there all the time. So I just set up the coil, wind out. I just connect my little banana plug, and then vamonos. Yep, that's it, like that. Yeah. It just doesn't look as sexy as that one, but it does. It's $1.53, guys. It's $1.50.
Well, you know, that saves you a lot of time, because I know with my super antenna, I hate having to unscrew the screw the little thing on the radial, the thing that's holding them, and then it just takes time, but that makes it really easy.
So I got some
idea.
more. I've been pulling like a little bit of everything from everyone type of thing, and then kind of making like this Frankenstein thing. Chameleon has their MPAS, and I bought one. I'm waiting for it to ship, but check it out. They recommend like this this electrical, and maybe Justin or maybe one of these smart dudes on here knows what it is, but they have like this anti-corrosion oxidant cream thing that you're supposed to put with like dissimilar metals with electrical connections, and it's kind of like a shit. Hold on.
Sounds like
It's more
dielectric
lube.
grease.
It's kind of like, dude. It's kind of like dielectric grease,
There
right?
you go.
but it's made for dissimilar metals. So you have a stainless steel. You got stainless steel with brass, and you got stainless steel with aluminum, and you got zinc bolts with stainless steel. Dude, it's what's that? Dissimilar metals, the galvanic process, and all that. That's gonna for sure happen. So I put a bunch of that lube in there, and I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna test it, dude. It's a lot easier to get everything in. Everything is just chi-chis. It's awesome.
Chi-chis.
Chi-chis. Is that a technical term?
It's colloquial.
It is.
Colloquial. Dude, I work in construction, dude.
You hear the YouTube in the background somewhere. Somebody's got it playing.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Somebody had made a mention. I don't remember who it was that Zoom. Oh, I think it was you, Rick. That Zoom was 13 seconds behind.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes it's better than that. Sometimes it's worse than that. I have my settings. And as soon as you said that, I went back and looked at my settings. I've got it set to ultra low latency, which apparently that is what that is to YouTube.
Janet Jackson screwed it up for everyone, dude.
The reason I mentioned that is because you were reading the YouTube comments as I think you were making changes, and I realized, I just wanted to remind you, hey, keep in mind what you're reading is responding to what they heard 13 seconds ago or didn't hear 13 seconds.
That latency varies for every single one of us because it has to do with every one of the servers that we're pulling the different feeds from, what all your internet's coming from,
The ping.
all kinds of fun stuff.
I get it.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with how many people are subscribed to your channel. Because I have a feeling that the people boom. I think that you don't think it has anything to do with that. I really do because people that have a lot of subscribers, do they just happen to have like the best connection, and what are they sleeping right next to a YouTube server or something?
So no, what it is the reason that they tend to have some of the I stream on this crap. I've got a shoot tomorrow, so I deal with this regularly. It is about all of the pieces that are in there, right? So like if you remember when Hosh Nasi first started, he had latency problems galore. Jason, when he first started streaming, had latency problems galore. It was actually their computer, and it was a latency thing with the audio that they were both running into. But yes, as you get more subscribers, yes, you probably end up on better servers with better priority. But for most people, what they're seeing is even just the latency in their own neighborhood, right? Is when everybody finally gets home and is turning on Netflix or whatever other stuff, that's affecting your internet, right? So it's all about all of those other pieces, and that's why we all get to see whatever we're watching at different times, even though it's actually happening at the same time.
I got a related question then, because Zoom must go, what we're using right now, must go to great pains to reduce that, because we've had people on here in England and other things like that, and it still feels live.
So it's totally different because you're not broadcasting. So when you're broadcasting, right, you're sending one out to many. So you're having to replicate it in many ways and do things. When you're doing Zoom, we're only dealing with this, and audio gets priority. Video gets a lot of latency in it, and what they do is they actually drop the quality. Now, most of us live in the Brady Bunch view, and so instead of each one of us being a 720p stream or a 1080p stream, which is probably what the mainstream is going out, we are all like little 120, all these different things. So it's actually really broken down. And yes, there's a whole lot of, algorithms going on in the background to make it all happen, but that's exactly what it is.
I would also bet Zoom can afford to have direct server to server links from continent to continent and stuff, and really put some time into that, because everything's going through them. Whereas I get you, it's higher content and more random paths when you're broadcasting.
I do take a Friday meeting, an international meeting with folks in Russia and England and Brazil and America, and it still looks pretty damn good over there. They're spending a lot of money. I'm thinking about buying some stock, quite honestly.
That Putin stock.
It might be a little late, right, Jim?
We should maybe all consider one night trying Discord as a collaborated effort, because honestly, if you think Zoom's good, Discord is better.
Let's do it.
It's faster. Do you want to just move over there right now?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It'll work out great. It'll work out great, dude.
We'll be on the VVR when we do it, right?
Yeah. We're gonna let's just connect all the nodes back up and see what happens. No, I think we should wait for when Connor is here, because he's a whiz at how the functionality of that is. But you can do all kinds of pop outs and multi-screen shares and stuff. It's really feature rich.
Let's do a test. Let's do a test before the next one. I think that's a good idea.
That's not really the way we work, though, Servando.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, we test 5 minutes before we start, dude.
Yeah.
Always.
Let's turn it up to full power, see if it transmits.
Justin says that we have shitty internet because we live in a shitty area. Yeah.
Hey, I gotta say though too, so like if our YouTube subscribers actually help, that please hit the subscribe and the like button. Let's get some more folks out here. Let me segue over to that one. Since Nick, it's your channel and you haven't done it. It's cool with me though. Yeah. Let's get a like over there and some subscribers.
And subscribe.
Exactly.
Tell a friend, right? What was that? What was the grocery store that had "Tell a friend" as their tagline on the commercials? Or did I just give away my age?
I remember it. I don't. Was
I
it
don't
was
know.
it alpha beta or
It was
Genco?
alpha beta.
I
You're
don't
right.
remember,
Alpha,
dude.
alpha beta. You're right. Alpha beta. It was a grocery store.
I'm lost, dude. What happened? What just happened?
I don't even know where I am.
There, I just replayed it for you.
We got
It's okay.
Chris in the chat said he had almost 700 people on Zoom today. He works for a local courthouse, so it was some kind of hearing. Now, keep in mind, you can pay lots of money to Zoom and get the best bandwidth and the best streaming available, which is not what we have here. We have the
God bless America.
We have the Northwest Ham Shack entry-level Zoom purchase edition.
You got the amateur version.
Yeah, and that's what works for us. But until you have that many people in a Zoom call, there's no need for upgrading. But it gets really expensive really fast, and those are the people that there's no issues with connecting, I'm sure. And he says, and we do. Drop the mic.
University of California is the same way. They got big fat accounts for all the Zoom stuff for the universities, and it's pretty incredible. It's lightning fast and super clear and super clean until it just totally glitches out, which does happen. But
that's what it did to me earlier.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Fred.
think we should try the Discord though.
Fred,
yeah,
I got
like that idea.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. I have a question for Fred on your 818, your Yaesu 818. What amp do you have for that? What amplifier?
I have the 817.
Okay.
And
right.
It's MP50X or something like that.
So
it's a Chinese amp.
Okay.
It's from China.
From China.
China.
And that goes it's 10 to 80. 10 to 80, yeah. Doesn't do 6, I don't think.
10 to 80. How many
But
watts?
it works good. It's 45 watts. There's people that drive it with more than 12 volts, and it'll put out substantially more, like up to 90 watts if you put 24 volts in it. It's overbuilt, but I don't know. You could still fry it, I guess.
Have you tested it to see how clean it is?
No,
that wasn't a joke.
No, I haven't, but there's some guy on YouTube that did a test on it.
Oh, that's awesome. I think Kellen picked up I think it was a 10 to 80. Yeah, he picked up a small little amplifier. It was a 10 to 80. 10 to 80. And I think it was 60 watts. But it was so small, dude. It was so small. That's perfect for you, Nick.
Yeah.
You QR peer.
Yeah, I'm also I'm kind of looking for a 2-meter amplifier. I just want to see how much, I've seen what 5 watts will do up on a mountaintop with 2-meter FM, but it'd be fun to see what a little bit more power would do up that high. See just how far you can push that signal.
Your 991 will do it, right?
Yeah. Are you coming with me to lug it up the mountain?
That's what you got $2 for.
The thing weighs like 9.5 pounds. It's
what, dude? You got to earn it to burn it, dude.
It is not a mobile radio. It's not made to be portable at all.
You got to break the rules.
I get it. It's not a hiker. It's not a hiker.
No.
Yeah, dude. 100 watts is really QRP. 100 watts is QRP.
Jason is saying that the 891 is the 100 watter for under $600, but I have been looking lately, and it's almost impossible to get one right now in my hot little hands for $600.
In my hot little hands.
Yeah, I was looking at possibly getting one of those.
600, or
dude,
I would own one already.
You can borrow mine while you're down here, dude. You will love it. Love it.
Well, I was gonna get it.
Mondo, you don't want me to borrow it, dude, because I'll give you a blown up radio, and it wouldn't be cool, man.
Nick, you're gonna be here how soon before a field day? Stop by my casa, and I'll let you borrow it, dude, so you can go up wherever you're gonna go, dude.
I'll be here on Friday. I'll be here on Friday, but I'm gonna go see Bobby Lee, and then by the time I get down there, see Bobby, get back up to to Fairfield, go and see a couple other people. I'll be getting to field day pretty late. But yeah, I'll get a chance to check it out.
Hey, now time out. If you're gonna see Bobby Lee, that's in my area. Come by my house. You got my 891. It's yours. Take it. Deal.
Just
Bobby and I are not that far from each other. I've got to go to a track meet, so I'm not going to be using it. My field day is watching my kiddos, so that's more important. So you can use the 891.
Oh, on field day. Yeah, I'll take it there and hook it up.
So I'm close. So if you want to roll with it.
Well, I'm thinking about getting more involved in this Pota thing because Servando's giving me the itch, right?
Who here's coming to field day? Is everybody coming to field day?
Wait, Servando give you some kind of itch?
Yeah,
I'm concerned about that.
Jim's
I'm not. We're good.
All right, are you coming to field day? Are you coming to winter field day or summer field day?
It's craps.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Rick, I know you're up in Seattle or you're up in the Northwest, so you're not going to make it. Michael, Aaron, are you coming out on that weekend too, dude? Bobby, are you coming out?
No, if I'm not traveling, I will be, but I've got kiddo track meet stuff, so I'm likely out of town.
Wait, Nick is.
Well, there's that Saturday. We're going to be up there from Friday to Sunday morning. Excuse me. Should be like for the weekend and stuff.
Jim, where are you?
Antioch, California. Antioch.
Hey, dude.
Yachttown, man. It's called Yachttown.
Yachttown. But Nick is coming to field day.
It's East Contra Costa County murder capital.
I was gonna go on that.
I've good fishing out there too, Jim. I know you do, man. I've been fishing out in Antioch way, dude.
We were gonna go on that soda hike afterwards, Servando, but you're bailing for work. See you later, Justin.
Hey, man. Work pays the bills, dude.
I get it. So now I got to find another hiking buddy. Got to find somebody down there that wants to go.
What day are you doing this hike? What are you doing this hike?
I'm hoping to go get out there like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after field day.
Okay.
Go get lost out in the woods.
Well, I haven't put my time off request in yet to work, so maybe I can.
See you, Chris.
Just stuff a couple extra days.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be around too, Nick. I work from home, so I could work off my telephone too. As long as I've got cellular service, I can
vouch for that.
You got to go check out the secret tower, anyways, man.
Hey, Chuck in the comments, he said 857 all the way, and I could not agree more. I would, I'm kind of kicking myself when I first got my license and then upgraded to general. That was the first radio that I looked at and kind of fell in love with. I was like, I'm gonna get one. And I just didn't have the money to do it. I just didn't have a way to get that radio, and they were like $650 plus tax, and now they've discontinued them and the price has just skyrocketed. I mean, people are selling used ones for $1,100, $1,200. I mean, it's just outrageous, but they're a very feature rich radio, and that would be a good option for someone that's looking for like kind of an all bander that's a little bit newer.
That's a grand on eBay right now, dude. I see one for a grand.
You know
on
what?
eBay right now.
You guys should look at like a couple of the other ham websites that have swap meet sites and classifieds, because that's where I picked mine up. Was I forget which one it was, but I could tell you guys later. But I found this guy somewhere up outside of Seattle, had this 857. He was selling it for, like $725, and he wanted like $50 shipping. And I said, hey, do you give a veterans discount? And he goes, what branch are you in? And I was like, oh shit, I gotta see what this guy was in. I said, I'll just tell him I was in the Navy. He goes, oh, I was in the Navy. I'll send it to you for $700 clear. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And that was just, I don't know, 5-6 weeks ago.
You pulled the vet card, dude.
I pulled the vet card. I rarely do it. I rarely do it. Although at Lowe's, I always do it.
Of course, they always ask too, man. That's what's
well, you know what? It's all linked up to my MyLowe's card now. I just go here, zap the card.
There you go.
Oh, thank you for your service. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know which one I'm looking at these days? Like in terms of like I'm not a QRP guy. I QRP at 100 watts, and nobody hears me anyways. Aaron knows this. I couldn't even get him from the top of Malbaca. But I've been looking at this Lab 599.
That thing is sick.
The thing looks so dope. And there's another company that's making a 60-watt amp for it and a tuner built into it. And with those two, I mean, I'm QRPing at 60 watts, you know, I'm cool with that. That's the fine QRP for me. And it's the size of a 60%er keyboard. I'm really excited about it. It's like a waterproof.
It's really
rig,
nice,
too.
dude. It's really
It
nice.
looks super nice.
Pull up a picture and show it, like screen share, dude. It's a really trick radio. I would never, ever, ever go QRP, but if I did, that radio looks so nice.
So you're 100%. You're 100% QRO then, right? Turn it up. Don't turn it
Turn
down.
it up all
turn
the
it
way.
up.
Yeah, dude.
Here,
No.
Here, I'll put it in the Zoom chat. You want to show that one, Nick?
Yeah, it's as soon as you share it, it should show up on.
Oh, you want me to share? You can share
Yeah.
it, dude. Go for it, man. I don't care.
I don't have it up. Go ahead.
Craig's got.
I
something
don't
you
either.
wanna
I
see.
I closed it.
He's probably got some. Gucci
There's
moments.
that
Yeah,
one,
I'll
and then I'll bring up the other one too.
Whose
here.
idea was it to share this? Servando?
It was my idea.
All right, share it.
No, I got it. I got it.
I'll
You guys see it?
share it.
There you go.
Let me
There
clear
you
my
go.
web
Is it
browser
up?
history though. There it is.
Hey guys,
that's
hey,
it.
I'm out. Bert, it's good to see you visiting from the Matrix. You guys have a good night. I gotta run. See you guys.
Aaron, have a
thanks,
good night.
man.
Hey,
Don't,
take care.
don't make any random purchases tonight because of this, Greg.
I don't
Servando.
even think it's available.
Do it.
It's not
Do
even
it.
available yet.
I've been thinking about it for like a week, and as a matter of fact, the price just went up.
It keeps
I saw
going
it
up and up and up.
crap, Like
It was
saw it, like,
$800
a week and a half ago. It was
No,
$850, dude.
Hey,
Yeah.
Greg, it went up because they revamped it. They did it. They changed a lot of things on it.
Did they really?
Hosh Nashi has he just did a thing on this
Oh,
radio.
this thing is so dope.
It's so
I
nice.
think
dude.
I'm about to sell my house. Nobody will realize. Nobody will
just-
see like
yeah, dude.
1,100 disappear from the
No,
top of the.
Just
top
say it
of
was
the-
like it was
the
like
thing.
part. Just tell your wife it was like closing fees or something like that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
stick it in
closing
there.
fees.
Yeah, yeah.
I needed to finish paying off the solar or the fence. This is more expensive than the fence I'm replacing. On the
We
side
should
of my house,
probably
dude.
delete this video after we're done.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
she doesn't
that's-
like ham radio. And there's this other thing, dude. Let me find the amp for this thing is so dope. With this, and I think it's an amp tuner.
Nick, I think
All in
I really
one.
think Nick, I really think you're gonna love the 891, man.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
almost
this
I almost
guy,
got that too. When I decided against the 705, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go buy an 818 and a 891 and send it home. But I just couldn't get away from this KX2. It's I really like the radio.
That is a super nice radio. But this thing is
Oh,
out
yeah,
too.
that's
I
it right
haven't
there.
even
Yeah.
seen this for sale yet, but it's a 60 watt power, 80 to 10 meters. It's an everything amp and a tuner that's made for that Lab 599.
Jason just made a comment. Greg, you need the FTDX10. Look that up. That's a radio to have.
Jason has been telling everyone to get that radio. Why
It's such a
doesn't
cool-
Jason get that radio?
because he
Yeah,
wants
I know.
somebody to guinea pig it, man. Test it out.
Dude, I'll buy it.
Smart
It's an
man.
HF radio.
You keep
It's
posting
like,
those
this is like-
keep posting those comments,
is
Jason. Somebody will buy one, buddy.
Hey, that's
Dude,
what I
it's-
want to get.
It's an all
Somebody will.
it's an all HF radio, dude.
Oh
You
yeah,
can-
dude. Oh,
You can hook this puppy up to your screen on your TV, dude. It has an HDMI port.
I can
maybe
set it
this is
so
the
where I
closing
turn it
cost
on.
Radio here, dude.
You
Yeah,
can set
you
it where
can
you
turn
turn it on. It'll slap Servando in the face as soon as you key up.
100%.
amazing.
Right in the mouth. Right in the kisser.
Right in the kisser.
Yeah, dude.
Knees
That's
him
a
in the
sweet
nuts
radio.
and slaps him
Dude,
right
no,
across
hey,
the face.
look at
And
the
that's
reviews
our
on the radio.
that's the 2 meter cruise review of the FTDX10. Thank you.
Go get it. Jason
The
needs it.
DX10.
Jason needs the guinea pig.
Just
Come
do
on,
it.
Jason's got the monetized channel. Is this the one, dude?
Oh,
No,
that-
this is the
That's
101.
the 101.
That's up
The
there.
101.
What
Oh,
is
no, this is
monet-
the one Jason's gonna get, dude.
The monetized channel has nothing to do with it.
$3,000?
You definitely aren't making enough to buy that radio. That's for sure.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Does that come with Yasu stock?
You know what? On the YouTubers Hamfest, I think it was during their happy hour. They had a comment about that. You should go back. It was hilarious. They were talking about reviews and getting radios and stuff like that, and they were like, everybody seems to have this preconceived notion that all these bigger YouTubers just get handed all these radios. and that there's some secret recipe to getting them. And I think it was Ham Radio Crash Course. Josh jumps on me, he goes, "Yeah, it's money."
Yeah.
Like they have to buy them too. You know, they're not getting free radios or
yeah.
making the money to buy them.
They can't get paid in exposure, dude.
No, that's not how it works, dude.
No, yeah, it's not
It
not the big
exposure.
names. I guess they were saying some of the cheap Chinese manufacturers will send you. They'll try to do. They'll try to get you to buy the radio, and they'll say they'll refund it after you post a review.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
On Amazon, that's a huge thing on Amazon right now with all kinds of products.
Yeah.
How many radios you got like that, Vonda?
How many what?
How many radios like that do you have?
How many radios?
How many reviewed radios?
How many reviewed radios?
FT3.
The FT3, yeah, dude. I left a nasty one pager. I left a nasty one pager, and then my 400 gave out, and I'm like, Yasu, the only thing keeping me attached to Yasu right now is my diehard, rock solid, dependable, ace in the hole, never let me down FT60, and my 7250, dude. Those are rock solid Yasus, dude.
Oh, Striker K7 IBU posted and a positive review at that. Could you imagine getting on? I would never do that. I would never lie about like the quality of something, but you just have this boat anchor and you're just like, it's got my vote. This is the one to get.
I want my money back.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go and get ready to cut loose off the bed soon. So like Aaron, do the thing. And hey, Greg, you're asking me about field day. I probably won't be too much the same weekend as me and my wife's anniversary. So I'm not sure how involved I'll be with field day.
That's more important.
Yeah, well,
dude, family first, brother.
Well, I'm hoping my poor club president, AI6 DG Joel's trying to set up shop at the Davis Ranch on Slough House near Jackson, east of Sacramento. I like to help him out, but I've got to do this first. So,
yeah, you got to.
Marriage is nice, dude. Marriage is nice, man.
And
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm glad you saw Linda there, and and Linda's very like your wife. Linda's very supportive of my hobby. So it's called balance in the force.
Absolutely, brother. Well, great,
Right,
man. Great to see you, and I hope you guys get. I hope you get to come out, but I don't blame you if not, dude. I absolutely understand what's going on.
If I'm on the road, I'll probably listen on 2 meter simplex and a check when I'm on the road. So I'll be probably maybe contacting. We'll see.
We'll be right on the 80. So if you have to like drop off some whatever, if you're doing a delivery, dude, over at the spot,
crab legs.
Well, right now,
what do you deliver, Mike?
Well, right now I'm
barbecuing, dude.
There you go. Right now I'm covering truck in Tahoe right now, so that's pretty much that territory. Beautiful up there, so we'll see. Anyway,
it's beautiful up there.
Hey, thanks, guys. You take care. We'll talk to you soon. Great to see you, Bobby Lee.
Bye, Michael.
Bye,
Michael.
73.
See you, Michael from Carmichael.
Thanks, Michael.
Take care, brother.
Chuck just mentioned, hey, Chuck, if you would go ahead and post a link to that video in the chat. He did a video yesterday about a shack about the 991A, I believe. Go ahead and post that link in the video if you could, Chuck. And if you guys haven't subscribed to his channel either yet, definitely go check it out. And then we've got Rick and Bert. You guys have been fighting over the microphone all night, so go ahead and just take it away.
What's going on, Bert?
What's going on, y'all? Yeah, I just got home from work, and it's just like we're driving the 37 all the way down. It's like hearing you guys, and then my mount broke on my car, and so I was like, oh, I can't even do this on the road this time. We did the last time.
I got something for you from about ham radio. So at 6:30 tonight, one of the local clubs had a bunny hunt or a fox hunt. But this is where a guy is just sitting in his car somewhere, and I went out on my deck, and I have a dual band. It's for satellites, but a handheld Yagi that's 440 megahertz or 2 meters. So I just used the 2 meter Yagi, stood on my back deck, and did participate. It ended up that most people were driving around town and stuff, but I did get one triangulation of a good heading on a compass and turn that in. and it pretty much went straight through downtown Spokane, which was no big surprise. That was kind of where we knew he would be. But it was kind of fun. And I wondered how, I have never really done a fox hunt on my own, where and this was actually the first time that I tried anything, just even getting, and that Yagi and handheld Yagi was really good, or you could just sweep it like this and hear noise, strong signal noise like this, and you could kind of go right in on it and then look at your compass and see what it was.
That's awesome.
Have any of you done that?
I haven't, but I hate to be Captain plug everybody else's YouTube feed, but Jason at Ham Radio TV did. I don't remember if it was an anti-net when we were over on his channel, or if it was a VVR net. But Jason, if you're still watching and you can find this video, I know you know which one I'm talking about. Can you post it in the chat? But it was Kevin N6VLF did a whole presentation on fox hunting and how to like build your own attenuators and different methods for blocking signals, and trying to coordinate finding signals, and then when you get closer, what to do. And honestly, it was like it had me hanging at the edge of my seat watching the whole thing, because it just had really, really good information. And another person, and I hate to throw you right into the mix here, Bobby, but another person who knows all about fox hunting is Bobby Lee. He's got some knowledge, because I've had conversations with him in the past on how to kind of go about that. And so if anybody ever has any questions, you can reach out to those folks. And there's tons of info out there on how to get started with that. And that's definitely a cool part to the hobby that I would like to get more involved in at some point.
Oh yeah, you catch those jammers.
Yeah, right. There was a lot of work over there.
That was about the time when it was really bad on the 3.3, and everybody was just like, we need to go fox hunt this guy out or whatever it was. And those are during the summer when that really like started. I think that's when we had it on the NINet with on Jason's YouTube.
Where do you sign up to be the fox? That sounds fun. You just stay in your car and just spread out. And you just throw your RF out there.
The fox is usually just like a beacon or a little transmitter that they hide somewhere. That it'll sometimes make like it'll transmit for I think it like every 2 minutes, and then once every 5 minutes or something like that. It'll and give you an opportunity to try to find it.
Yeah, this one was a guy sitting in his car, but he told us ahead of time it was 1 minute transmission, 3 minutes off, 1 minute on. So you're kind of looking at your watch with a good coordinated.
So he'd be on for a minute and then off for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how much fun that would be? With like 10 people.
Is if you're in a car, you can kind of take a bearing, drive a little bit. Okay, getting close to 3 minutes, pull off to the side of the road, get out of the car, do another measurement, get back in the car, go again, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a guy. I put a link in the chat here on the Zoom. I can go throw it in the YouTube as well. But there's a guy, KB9VBR, Michael. He does he builds those J poles. So he did a fox hunt video just a little while ago that I caught, just because I was poking around his channel, and I saw it. I was like, oh, let's go watch this. It was really cool. He explains what he's doing. He eventually finds the transmitter where he goes on the video that I posted. And there was another one where these guys had these little tiny transmitters, are probably about this big, this little tiny thing like that. And then it had a little, just a little SMA connector on the end of it and an antenna and one little flashing light. You could turn it over the other way so to hide it. So they stuck two of those, and they did two different foxes in this little park that they were at, and they were both making the same sound, same tone, but one was going from higher pitch to lower pitch, the other one was going from lower pitch to higher pitch. That was the only difference between the two.
Ooh,
and
that's tricky.
I can't find that video link right now, but there's a lot of good stuff out there about it. I've wanted to do it for a while. I think it's really cool. It'd be fun. But if you want to be the fox, you can be a fox in the car. You can be a fox by placing little remote transmitters. There's guys that do it in ammo cans all the time. That's the classic thing, is they build a little ammo can radio, and they paint it camouflage, and then they stick it
Fill it
somewhere.
with concrete.
kinda-
Go after the POU.
Right, yeah, exactly. So anyway, it's pretty cool. It looks like a lot of fun. You know, I haven't done one yet, but I want to definitely. I think it'd be a good.
I
thing
do
to
have
do.
one of KBS VBR's antennas. Like I bought one specifically for GMRS before I became
really?
a ham. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a little
Right on,
one of
yeah.
his folded J poles. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I still got that thing. Works great.
That's cool, man. Yeah, he
Yeah.
builds really quality stuff. It's really nice. I built my own, but you know that's just because I'm a cheap bastard.
The stealth. The hell is that, Bobby? Explain yourself.
Oh, that's a fox. That's your little fox, right? Oh, that's a
Nice.
DF. That's a DF. Okay.
This is actually bitchin'. This takes things to a whole different level. Now this uses actually plotting software.
What?
It works with Google Earth and has 4 antennas that are obviously oriented when you have it on your vehicle, north, south, east, and west. And it's portable mobile Doppler. And the trick thing is it uses GPS.
What?
So when you key up on your radio, this system catches you, goes through the plotting software, and corresponds with Google Earth, and it shows me a pinpoint location of where you are transmitting. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to RF sweep. I don't have to do anything. I turn this thing on, and bam, go ahead and key up, and this thing will just go dit, 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 boom, you are. And you just watch the Google Earth thing. You know how it does. It goes, and it comes right in, and bam, it just shows you exactly where it's coming.
And then he launches the missiles right from his house.
He releases
From
the
his
hounds.
backyard, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you know, here's what's funny. You know, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but at the end of the day, the big troublemaker on 3.3, you know, was personally removed by someone I know and someone else I know. We went and found this guy, and ironically, I purchased this Doppler to go get him, and Eric and I were actually going down Highway 4, and the guy was doing his business, and I said, you know what, bro, I'm going to take you on a trip real quick, and we're going to do an old school DF on this guy. And I showed him exactly how to do it with 2 to 3 different radios, and sniffed this guy out. Everybody talking about it. Midge talking, I'm going to come get you. I'm going to come get you. You know, and everybody's talking. They're going to go get the jammer, you know. So I finally got fed up, threw Eric in the car. Dude, we found him in 13 minutes.
Damn.
13 minutes. And that's old school DFing.
Yeah.
And I had bought the Doppler, and I'm all, God damn it, I spent $450 on this piece of shit. I didn't even use it.
Nice, dude. And that's an MFJ
There,
product.
there will
damn
be
it.
more. There will be more.
You know,
Bobby's got the coolest gear. Bobby's got the coolest gear. Look at that banana in the background there, right behind his right shoulder, dude.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bobby.
I want to play.
It's
with
just
that
sitting there,
radio
just
right
sitting there on a shelf. Just
It's just sitting
you
there
know.
on, just not even being used. I
Only
see
like-
it like maybe
It's
it
like,
might
oh.
get keyed up a little bit, dude.
Hey, Bobby
I like
Lee,
how
what's
Bobby
the
absolutely wanna
what's
play
the
with that radio.
model?
That thing is
What's the
so
model
hot,
of that?
dude.
What's the model of that
The-
Motorola?
600.
The 600.
Yeah, go Google that bad boy, dude.
What is that? That's about.
Can't
That's
read
a,
it.
that's a cool Dow wow, huh?
No,
It's
no, no,
worth
no, no,
more
no, no,
than
no.
my
That's like a
son's car, dude.
$7,000
That's
radio.
What?
It's an expensive radio, dude.
Bobby, does
It's
that
worth
get you
more
to the
than my
moon?
son's car.
What?
APX 7000 Motorola.
What does it do? What does it not do?
That I have 2 of them. That particular one is UHF 700 800, and then my other one's VHF UHF.
Damn.
But they're both analog and P25.
There's some
It
used
won't make you
ones. There's
breakfast,
some
dude.
used
It
ones
won't
on
make you
eBay right
breakfast or
now.
nothing.
Yeah,
dude, that
look
thing
at
is
the
nice.
prices on eBay. You'll probably find them somewhere around 2,000, 2,500, something like that.
Yeah,
Dude,
1,800,
a
2 grand.
Motorola APX 6,000,
26.
7,000, 8,000 desktop stand for $15, dude. You get a stand for it for $15 on Etsy.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
dude.
but Nick can print you one for $3 a filament.
Well, great.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want, you can buy the remote hand mic for $466.
Nice.
What? Is it wireless?
No.
No, that's wired, dude.
No. Oh, Jason from Ham Radio TV posted that a link to that anti-net. It was back in September of 2020. It's in the YouTube chat there. If anybody wants to save that video and check it out, it's pretty cool to see all the different manual methods that you can use to chase stuff down. I'm glad you brought that up, Rick. I think how many people were involved in that when they did it?
I don't really know because many were doing it on their own, and I just quit after a little while. I just wanted to do one sighting from my deck.
Yeah.
That does sound fun.
I have to comment on those P25 radios too. I've had some discussions with friends. I don't believe there is technology in those that is significantly different from our handhelds, but because they are sold mainly to public service, fire, police, counties, things like that, it's tax money, and they can charge thousands for those radios, but they're not that different than D-Star, DMR, or Yaesu System Fusion. They're just digital radios.
What's P25 is DMR, right? It's just a proprietary DMR, right?
Yeah.
No. C4 Fusion, like P25 and Wires X, C4 Fusion, those are the same digital protocols. So when you're doing cross modes, those work actually really good together. But DMR, they're all different protocols. DMR, P25, C4, D-Star. But I get what you're saying, Rick, in one sense. But you go ahead.
It is a digital radio. That's what it is.
It absolutely is digital and analog, but you go ahead and hold your Yaesu up at 7-8 feet off the ground and drop it, and you go ahead and do that with your Motorola and see which one survives.
Right.
Oh, I'd never drop my FT3D down, dude, from 3 feet.
Oh, check this out.
Neither will Servando. He'll throw it though.
For the
It's a
price
doorstop.
of those commercially, you can get 40 ham radios. Drop them, throw them.
Yeah. You can build you can literally buy a network of friends with that.
Hey, man.
Just buy them all radios.
Smoke them if you got them, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go.
My fangs. Actually, look at what I did to a bow fang today. I was pretty bored. I wanted to try a rat tail. Can you see this?
No.
Hold it in front of you. There you go.
There you go.
I put it on the nut back here. It is. I did check it for like continuity, and it works. And I was listening, and it actually does. It does really well, quite honestly, man. But I mean, I was just messing with my bow thing when I was getting paid to work. But I just put it on the little nut there, dude, and it worked out great.
Check it out, Greg.
So
look familiar?
What are you doing there, man?
Yeah, man.
That looks a little
You
dirty.
stroking that ocean, dude?
Yeah, it's my Wuhan radio.
The Wuhan, dude.
Okay, is that the wireless mic?
I think it's pretty badass, dude. Not gonna lie.
That's $500 right there.
I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
really
that's pretty
disappointed.
nice.
Is this one won't turn on anymore, dude? I love this
Why not?
ass radio.
Why not? Is
I
it
don't
the
know,
battery?
it just because it's
Probably
a
the
piece
battery,
of shit, man.
It's probably
It's
the
a
battery.
piece of. It might be.
Put some
Hey,
AAA in there.
but no triple A's.
Maybe
It
I
has
need
to-
some SWR lube for it.
No,
man.
dude.
That's it.
It uses a Panasonic battery, dude. They sell it at Battery Bulbs and Plus, and they actually sell the charger for it too, dude.
I have the charger, but yeah, it might be a dead battery. I don't know, man.
It's a dead battery, dude. Did you
Just
check
that
the
boy.
resistance? Did you check the ohms? Make sure you don't
No,
have
I
a
haven't.
busted capacitor in there. Yeah, that's what
Could
it
just
is.
be a piece
gotta
of
test
shit. Might that be the problem?
A piece of what?
I
might
think
be a
it's
piece of
more.
shit.
That's a crapo. It's
It might be a
Could be
it's
junk.
it's a peptac, dude. The
Dude,
problem exists between the keyboard and the chair, dude.
I've dropped
I don't know.
this
Have
thing.
you seen some of those? Have you seen some of those torture test videos on Baofangs? Man, they still they hurt them in some of these YouTube
Yeah,
videos,
dude.
and they're still gasping for life at the end.
Dude, I've
So-
dropped this. I've crushed it. I've lost it. I've found it again. I've lost it again. I've found it again. This radio has been through so much shit, dude. And my FT3,
And you never
I
feel bad
baby
about
it,
any
dude.
of it.
The FT3, I babied that thing, dude, and the screen betrayed me. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter, dude. If it goes, it goes.
I love this little tiny cute radio, man. It's
Dude,
so,
I love
it's
that
so
radio.
tiny. It's so
Well,
tiny.
hey, you guys, we're kind of getting close to when I see that there's less concurrent viewers than there is likes. I know that it's time to start. Once our likes, go past our current viewer count, it's time to get closing up. So I'm gonna keep the chat open for just a little bit longer. If anybody wants to join us on Zoom, we'll say bye to YouTube. Thanks again for your patience as we had all the connectivity problems today, but it turned out to be a lot of fun. Hope to see everybody next week. 7-3.
Dude, it's 9 o'clock.